Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to see the 10 essential use cases of Python zip function with examples. Okay, so we have already seen the zip function, but now today we'll see the use cases of that zip function, that what are the use cases where we can actually apply or actually use that zip function in Python. Okay, so let's start with our first one, that is combining two lists. So for combining two lists, we can use the zip functions. Now, how we can do that? So let's say we have two lists. One is the names and one is the age. Now, one more thing, I have in the names, I have three names and I have in the age, I have the three ages. Correspondence to the names, I have the ages also. And then I have to combine these two lists, these two different lists, and we have to simply merge the two lists, okay? Element wise. So for that, what we will do, first of all, we'll take the zip method, okay, and we'll give the names of our lists. So for say names and ages are our names of the list. So we'll give names and then the ages. Okay. Now, which list you want to keep it first? So that list name you will write here first. Okay. So names and ages. Then we have keep this zip method inside the list function. Okay, why we have keep it in list, not function, list constructor? Why? Because the zip method will return an object address. Okay, and we want to convert that object into an list. So because of that, we have directly applied the list constructor. Okay, and we are storing it into a combine. Let's just print this piece of code so you can see that inside the list only, but items are in a tuple format. Okay, Alice 25, Bob 30, and Charlie 35. They are inside the list but in a tuple format. So this is how you can combine two different lists, okay, element wise. Now let's just come to the next thing, that is the second, unzipping lists. Now, what do you mean by unzipping lists? Okay, so here we did what? Here we combined the two lists. Now we can unzip, means that combined list, what we can do, that combined list we can again convert it into two different names and ages. Okay, but this time it will be converted not in a list, in a tuple format. Okay, so let's just do that. So first of all, for that we have to take the tuples, means the items, okay, in a list format. Okay, and then we are storing it in combine. So combined is the thing which has the name and the ages stored in a tuple format, okay, like item in a list. Then what we are doing, we are taking the zip method, and inside the zip method we are applying the asterisk, okay, followed by the name of that particular list of items. Okay, this asterisk gives us that there could be several, means from this one item of list we can create several list also. For that we have used the asterisk here. Okay, then there is we want, as you can see, we have two items, means in one table there is two items, so we can convert it into two, unzip it to a uh, two objects. So for that I have taken names comma ages. Okay, and this can be done on tuple only, so we know that this is going to return a tuple. Okay, and we are just unzipping it, names and ages, and so we are separately printing the names and the ages. Okay, so this is in a tuple format. If you'll see the type also, I'll show you the type also. Okay, so it will show you a class tuple. So this is how you can unzip the list also. Now let's go to the next part, that is iterating over multiple lists simultaneously. Now what do you mean by iterating over multiple lists simultaneously? It means that now we have seen how we can merge it, but we can apply a loop also. Okay, we can apply a loop also, and we can just print both together. Means suppose if there is subject maths, what is the score of the math subject? That is also we can print. Means we can iterate over both at the same time. So simply we can iterate over both at the same time. Math and means subjects also and the scores also. Math and 88 together, science and 92 together, English and 85 together. So how we can do that? So for that we have to use the for loop for subject comma score in zip, Inside the zip method, we'll mention our subjects, our list subject and list scores. Okay. And we are iterating over one subject at a time and one score at a time. Okay. On the list subjects and on the list scores. And then simply inside the for loop, we are using the formatted string and the print function to print the subject, one subject at a time and the score at a time. So let's just execute the cell and see the output. Okay, so this is our output, so meaningful. Math 88, and Science 92, and English 85. So this is how you can iterate through multiple lists at the same time. Now let's go to the next thing, that is creating dictionary. Yes, using the zip method, we can create a dictionary also. How we can do that? So first of all, we'll take the keys, we'll take the values inside a list separately. Okay. We have to take it separately. So we have taken the key separately, we have taken the value separately. Then uh, inside the zip method, we will take both the keys and the values. Okay. So the keys are in the left hand side and the values are in the right hand side. So we'll keep it like that only. Okay. Then what we'll do, earlier we are using the list constructor. Now we will use the dict constructor, okay? Because we know that dict constructor also, there is a dict constructor also to convert it into a dictionary. So we'll apply the dict constructor over here and store it in a dictionary object and print that dictionary object, and let's execute the cell, okay? So now you can see name colon Alice, age colon 25, city colon New York, means all the keys are attached to its value and we have converted the dictionary, okay? So this is how you can create dictionaries from two lists, one for the keys and one for the values. Okay. So this is also very interesting use case of the zip method, that it can create a dictionary also using the dict constructor. Now, let's just move to the next, that is the combining multiple lists. Okay. Now, till now we have seen that we can just combine two lists only. Okay. Now we how I'll say that we can combine multiple lists also. I mean, suppose if you have three lists, so we can combine three lists together also. Let's see how. So we have three separate lists. List one has 1 to 3, list 2 has ABC, and list 3 has true, false, true. And we have to combine all these three. Okay. So let's say this list one is the question number 1 to 3. This list 2 is the options which we have selected according to the question number. And the list 3 is the output, means the resultant of these options, that this is correct or this is false. Okay. So we have three different lists for three different works. Okay. And then three different works attached to one operation. So what we'll do, we'll take the zip method, then all the names of the list, 1, 2, 3, okay, simultaneously, and then we will convert it into a list. And let's just do what? Let's just print the combined in which we have stored. So now you can see 1A true, 2B false, 3C true, means in a tuple format. Means at the parent end there is a list, but at the child end our items are stored in a tuple format. Okay, so this is how you can combine multiple lists. Now let's come to the next thing, handling different length variables. Okay, now let me tell you, when you have two different lists, okay, and the number of elements in both of the lists are not matched. Not matched means, so for now only list 1 has 1 to 3, but list 2 has only AB. Means list 1 has 3 elements, but list 2 has only 2 elements. So in that cases, uh, the zipping will be stop at the shortest one. Shortest one means for this A and B, means this A and B has the shortest length because it has 2 and the list 1 has 3. So it will be count for the shortest one, means it will be count for now list 2. So according to list 2, A will be given to 1 and B will be given to 2. So 3 will be left out. Okay. So 3 will not get printed. So what we have done here, we have not done anything. If we have some different length iterables, so we'll take the zip method, we'll print the list 1 and list 2. Okay. And then we'll convert it into a list format and we'll execute our code. So we'll get 1A and 2B. 3 will be ignored. Now let's come to the next part, that is working with ranges. Okay. Now, as we know that iterables or sequences, so range is also an iterable, or you can say it also generates a sequence. Okay. So zipping means the zip method not only works with the iterable, it can be worked with the sequences also. So range is a sequence. And now this zip has the ability to work with the sequence and the iterable both together. So we will take a sequence range from 1 to 4. Okay. So it will print only 1 to 3. It is not going to print 4 because 4 is exclusive. I have already mentioned this in our previous many videos. So I'm not going to again repeat it why, but okay. So this range will give 1, 2, 3, and we have letters A, B, C. So the numbers and the letters are of same length. So we can apply the zip method by putting numbers and letters there. Let's execute the cells. So 1A, 2B, and 3C inside a list. Okay. Now let's come to the next part, which is the very interesting part. Okay. I uh most of the you will not know this thing. Okay. So we can compare the elements of two different lists. Okay. And based if the elements will be same. Okay, on the same index value, then it will return true, and if they will be different, then it will return false. Okay, so interesting. So we have a list 1 which has 1 to 3, we have a list 2 which has 1 4 3. Okay, and we have to do the comparison between that. So for comparison we will use now list comprehension here. Okay, and now let's see that how we have used the list comprehension. Okay, so in list comprehension, in the previous video I've already told you the how it works. Let me explain it in brief now. Okay, so for the new users, that see, first of all, when we are using list comprehension, so at the first part, we have to mention what output we want. So we want the output to be compared. We want to compare A and B. Okay, A is the element of list 1 and B is the element of list 2. So we want to compare both. So that's why we have given A equals B. So this is our output to check. Then we have used the for loop. Okay, so for A comma B in zip, and simply inside the zip we have taken our both list, list 1 and list 2. So the simple thing we are doing, first we are checking the output, that what our output is. So output is always written at the first place in list comprehension, then followed by a space we give the for loop. And here, because we have two lists in our zip method, so we will take 2A and B, means we'll not 2A and B, means we take two iterators A and B, and let's print the comparison. So for 1 1 it is true, for 2 4 it is false because it is not same, and for 3 3 it is again true. So this is how you can do the comparing of elements, okay, between two lists. Then the next one is that how to transpose a matrix, okay, using the zip method. So yes, we can do that also. So here we have a matrix, okay, that matrix is a 2D list, you can say a list inside a list. So we have a matrix with us, and that matrix is created using the lists. Okay. So now we will easily transpose it. How you will transpose it? Using the zip method, we'll mention asterisk matrix so that all contents of the matrix should get added. And then we are converting into a list format. So what we'll get a list of items, and the items will be in tuple format. Okay. So 147, 258 and 369. It is not in that order. It is not in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has been transposed. Means row has been changed to columns. So 147, 258 and 369. Okay. Now the last one is zipping with enumerate. Okay. Zipping with enumerate. Enumerate means uh, do the same thing just like the enumerate, but without using the enumerate. So just like, so that's why I have written here zipping with enumerate. It means we will zip but without using the enumerate. So what happens in the enumerate? Enumerates provides us index values. Okay, so that the same thing we are going to do here. Okay, what we'll do, we have only single list and zip works on two lists. So we have a single list for list of items, and the items are fruits, apple, banana and cherry, and we have to print along with the index also. So inside the zip method, what we'll do, we'll take a range, and the range will start from 1 and it will go till the length of the data. Okay, the length of this data. But one more thing to notice here, that this range end part is exclusive. So if you are taking the length of the data and the length of the data is 3, so it will take 2 only. So 1 and 2 only will get printed. So it will be shorted. So then we are doing a plus 1 here. So whatever the length of the data will be, plus 1 will happen. So for suppose if it is 3, So plus 1 will make it 4, and then it will be 1, 4, means starting is 1 and ending is 4, so it will take till 3. And the first one is we are taking a sequence, okay, and sequence will be equal to the length of the data, means length of the items of the data. And then the second one we are taking direct the data, and let's just print, and we are storing it in index underscore data. So we will print the list of items along with their index values also. Okay, so these were the 10 very special use cases of the zip method. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and this video finds very useful for you guys. You can use it in our day-to-day coding. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the